So The Matrix Resurrections are getting very mixed reviews from the critics, but I think that most of them, in my opinion, are bad. Even the good ones that try to say good things about the movie end up saying stuff like it's the boldest movie since The Last Jedi, it's the boldest sequel since The Last Jedi. That's not necessarily high praise for me, that's not high praise for a lot of other people. It's only really high praise for the critics, because if you remember back to when The Last Jedi came out, the critic score for it was pretty high and the audience score was very, very low, and it was the complete opposite for The Rise of Skywalker. The critic score was really low for The Rise of Skywalker, and then the audience score was like 80-something%, you know, pretty high, especially for a movie that I think a lot of people out there really don't like, but I guess the general public did end up enjoying it. For this Matrix movie though, a lot of the reviews, a lot of the critic reviews are really mixed. A lot of them are really bad, saying that the movie looks awful, and a lot of them are saying that it looks good, but they're the type of people that really like The Last Jedi. So what I think is going to happen is the critic score for The Matrix Resurrections is probably going to be decently high, and then the audience score is going to be pretty bad. It's going to be a Last Jedi type score. And then we have this clip from the movie that came out yesterday. Somebody posted this on Twitter. Shout out to this person, this Twitter account. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for posting this clip. They say, "OMG, this looks awful. My head hurts. Let's check out what happens in this clip. Hopefully I don't get hit with any kind of strike or copyright anything."
No. Whoa, what do you mean, no? You wanted this.
I just want you to watch closely at Keanu Reeves' performance here. It looks like he's on some sort of drugs. You know, it looks like he's not concentrating at all. He doesn't care about this. Or maybe, just maybe, he's not that good of an actor like everyone thinks he is, because he hasn't really played a role where he has to act. He hasn't. I'm one of those people who just don't understand all the Keanu Reeves hype. He's played really cool characters. He's played Neo, which is a really cool character, and he fits the look. You know, he has the look of a cool action star, but he's not that good of an actor. And I think this is one of his worst performances in a scene that I've ever seen. And a lot of critics out there, a lot of the ones that are giving bad reviews, are saying that this is Keanu Reeves' worst performance of his career, and that it's actually laughable. Let's take a look at this. I want you to watch Keanu Reeves' performance really closely.
No.
What is he doing with his hand? That looks like a parody video. It looks like I'm watching a parody video of The Matrix, because the real Morpheus isn't there. And it looks like the real Neo isn't there either. The real Keanu Reeves isn't there either, because it just looks like a parody video. What he's doing with his hand.
No. You wanted this. You did this. This was your idea.
It was a test. An experiment.
I also want to point out that I really love Yahya Abdul-Mateen as an actor, and I think in this scene, he's doing his very best to be a good Morpheus, but it's just not Morpheus, you know? You know the feeling of, it's kind of like the Alden Ehrenreich in the Solo movie, trying to be Han Solo. I think he did a really good job at trying to be Han Solo, and I think he did about as good as anyone can do Han Solo. But there's just one Harrison Ford, and this just isn't Morpheus. You know, as good of a job as he's trying to do, as good of a job as Alden Ehrenreich tried to do, it just wasn't Han Solo, and this just isn't Morpheus. It's just another thing to add onto the list of why this movie isn't going to be good.
You put me in a tiny motor, left me to bang my head till I nearly lost my searching for you as an experiment.
The exit's breaking down.
He hasn't taken the pill.
What? There's no time.
I know.
The same thing from the trailers for me with this. It just doesn't feel like a Matrix movie. I can't put my finger on it. If you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. But whenever I was watching the trailers for this movie, I just couldn't put my finger on what about the trailers just didn't feel like a Matrix movie to me. Obviously, the Keanu Reeves acting in the beginning is really awful, and it does get bad towards the end again. But for some reason, I don't know if it's the color palette, I don't know if it's just the aesthetic that's going on, I don't know if it's just Morpheus being not Morpheus, but something about this clip and something about all the trailers that I've seen just doesn't feel like a Matrix movie to me. It's the feel of the movie.
No, he's having a moment.
Does he know how hard it was to hack that mirror?
Still open.
This can't be real.
So I don't know if this is supposed to be Neo thinking that this is real life and that he's already aware that he already destroyed the Matrix and now he's freaking out because he might be back in the Matrix. I don't really know exactly what's going on here. All I know is that Keanu, and I'll play it again and just mute it, but Keanu Reeves' performance right here it's laughable, man. It looks like a parody video. Like I said, Morpheus just isn't Morpheus. Yahya Abdul-Mateen does his absolute best, but it's just not good enough. You know, he's just not Morpheus. He never will be Morpheus. No matter how hard he tries, no matter how good he is of an actor, he'll just never be Morpheus. And then we go to this article from Tom's Guide. It says Matrix 4 reviews and reactions are live. Matrix Resurrections reviews and reactions go from whoa to no. So there's a lot of different people, like I said, a lot of mixed reviews, a lot of mixed opinions, a lot of people saying that it's a really good movie, like The Last Jedi, and a lot of people out there saying that it's a really bad movie. And Keanu Reeves' performance in The Matrix Resurrections is one of the worst of his career, if not the worst. The social media embargo for The Matrix 4 reactions has lifted, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the reviews. The Matrix 4's negative reviews. Over in The Guardian, Peter Bradshaw gave The Matrix Resurrections a 2 out of 5 star review, and his negativity files clearly with the declaration of, it's a heavy-footed reboot which doesn't offer a compelling reason for its existence other than to gouge a fourth income stream for Matrix fans. That's a real problem with this reboot culture that we're in, is that they don't ever have a real reason, or sometimes they can make a real reason. I don't think The Force Awakens was that bad of a reboot, or Star Wars. I just think the 2 movies after that were pretty awful, but the Force Awakens was a good, epilogue type movie. It was a good love letter to the fans, which also passed the torch a little bit while also showing some sort of respect to the original characters. That's what these movies have to do, but that's not what they do a lot of the time. A lot of the time these reboots are very lazy and they don't give a good compelling reason for the reboot happening. That's the main problem with all of these reboots. And while I wasn't expecting any innovation, it is sad to hear that The Matrix 4 doesn't have anything approaching the breathtaking bullet time action sequences. Even more crushingly, he notes that Resurrections doesn't do much to remove the anticlimax that hung like a cloud over the cinema auditorium at the end of the third film in 2003. This movie is set up to initiate a possible new series. That is not good. That is not good at all. If this movie's sole purpose is to just initiate a new possible series, that's not good, man. What we need out of this movie, what could actually make this movie good and make a lot of money, is if it's just simply an epilogue, just simply a love story. And also, they said that the action is not good, like the breathtaking bullet time action sequences. They don't have anything even close to that. That's a big deal, because I was thinking that the Matrix action was really cool back in the day, and now with today's technology, if they can do the same thing but have it with today's technology, it could be really, really breathtaking. Not gonna happen though. It seems like the action is pretty lackluster in this movie as well, and I'm not even a big action guy. I just think that Keanu Reeves can't do much more than look cool in action. He's just not that good of an actor. So I was really hoping for some good action scenes. Looks like we're not even gonna get that. But as someone who just watched The Matrix Revolutions, this is disconcerting. Bradshaw's opinions are minimal, such as ingenious touches, a very funny name, for example, for a VR coffee shop, and being a degree of charm as a love story of a middle age. Now let's take a look at some of the positive reviews. The opening act of The Matrix Resurrections is wonderfully confounding, a delicious way to recreate the unmooring unreality of the original to an audience that has likely seen or felt its influence countless times. So yes, this praise doesn't exactly sound like that of a most ringing endorsement. Exactly. Even the positive reviews just don't feel that positive. It feels like disingenuous. It doesn't feel real. None of them are saying that this is one of the best movies of all time. None of them are saying that it's one of the best Matrix movies. They're all saying that it's the worst Matrix movie, but it's still pretty fun. That's all they're saying without actually saying it. Review by Joshua, I don't know how to say your last name, gives the film a B+, and its mixing of praise with concern with the line, it's a do-over without a full share of wonderment, but still a lot of fun. See, even the positive reviews. This is under positive reviews, and he says it's a do-over without a full share of wonderment. It's not good. This movie is not going to be good. I hope you enjoy it. I don't have any problem with anyone enjoying this movie. I'm jealous of you. I just might not even watch the movie at all because I already know I'm going to dislike the movie. I already know it's not going to be good. I already know the entire plot, and it's just not my type of movie. I don't like these action movies with no plot to them, with no actual story, with no substance. I'm not a big John Wick fan. I don't like Fast and Furious. I don't like those types of movies. So this movie is just not going to be a movie for me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that Matrix Resurrections will actually be good? And do you think it'll prove me wrong? Do you think the Rotten Tomatoes scores will be high? The box office will be high? Let me know what you think is going to happen with this Matrix Resurrection situation. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in the next one.